I know it's sacrilegious, but I am going to make cornbread in the microwave, and believe it or not, it comes out tasting not too damn bad. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a run through on this recipe and see what it takes to make cornbread in the microwave that you can actually stand to eat. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a half a cup of all-purpose flour. And then we're going to go ahead with a half a cup of cornmeal. And 3/4 of a cup of milk, and I'm only showing you a half a cup here, the other quarter cup gets added at a separate time, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 egg, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of olive oil or vegetable oil, and 2 tablespoons of sugar or sugar substitute. I happen to use Splenda, it works perfectly well. Let's go ahead and add everything to the bowl. So again, that's a half a cup of flour, half a cup of cornmeal, 2 tablespoons of sugar substitute, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of oil. I use olive oil. You could use regular vegetable oil or canola oil if you so choose. And I'm going to add a half a cup of milk. I will add the other quarter cup of milk later. And of course, the half a teaspoon of salt. And mix like a son of a bitch. And at some point in here, I add the other quarter cup of milk, and as you can see, this is where I've added it, and it's become much runnier. And this works out just a little bit better. Go ahead and pour it into a microwave-safe bowl. And I do half of the mixture in these little bowls like this, because I like having these smaller bowl size. I pour the other half into another bowl, and I throw saran wrap over the top of it and throw it in the refrigerator for another meal at another time. It keeps for about a day. Okay, go ahead and put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and what you'll get is this. I'm going to go ahead and run a soft spatula, a silicone spatula, right around the edge there, and just make sure that it's not sticking anywhere. And then go ahead and flip the bowl upside down and bang it on the cutting board, and it's going to go ahead and pop it right out, and I'll get this nice little loaf-shaped thing. And then all that's left is to cut it up and enjoy. One thing I will mention, it's a little bit drier than a lot of cornbread is. You can counteract that a little more liquid or a little more fat. So butter or something like that will make it quite a bit softer and more moist. But why would I want to do this? Well, in this case, I had some leftover cheese soup and I wanted some cornbread to go with my cheese soup. So I went ahead and made this. This entire thing, the entire cornbread process, takes less than 5 minutes to make. If you cook it in the bowl that you mixed it in, I went ahead and used a big bowl for 1, so you could see the actual process of mixing in all the ingredients that went into it, and for 2, so that I could pour it into 2 separate bowls, so I would require a 3rd bowl. But normally you can actually just mix it right up in the bowl that you're mixing in. If you want to make smaller bowls, you can literally cut all the portions in half, except for the egg. Kind of hard to cut that in half. But if you just use the egg whites, it does turn out quite well.